What is up, fantasy football fools? We are back after the holiday break. Hope everyone had a great turkey day. Some of you probably didn't because of the fantasy football implications, but we don't have to get into that just yet. We're going to start this off with the mini game. Of course, we're going to do week 11 and week 12 on this, so we'll have two winners coming out. We got column 2 technically, but the first column of names here is for week 11. Second column is for week 12. You guys know the drill. Let's get it rocking.
Let's go. All right, let's start it off.
Come on, number 4. All right, there's a 2.
3.
Come on, that's not 4.
1.
Every number but 4.
4. All right.
All right. This next one is the winner.
2.
Cocksucker.
So Chris with the longest rush.
Oh, man. We were just talking about how we did kind of want that one to be off the board, though, so that's funny that won first.
That's Chris. Okay, so this
that
one
is Chris's first win.
Neat.
Congratulations, Chris.
So Chris can actually win twice.
Go twice in a row here. Holy shit.
So I like to start on 1, so this doesn't count. All right, so we're starting on 1. Okay, so now this one we got Lou, Chris, and Matt. Got to win twice. Here we go. 2.
1. Uh-oh.
2. Chris.
He won. What? No way. Wow.
Just won $20 just like that.
That's crazy, dude. I can't believe that.
So congrats to Chris. He is actually 100% in the running for, or 100% in the playoffs as well. So he's going to maybe make money there. So congrats on that as well. But we'll kind of go into that now. Right now we are scoreboarding. We're going to kind of blip week 12 a little bit. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to keep it on this screen. So we're just going to go game by game and kind of just really talk about the playoff implications each game had and kind of maybe something about the game. But we can maybe just skip the first game because this was just a blowout.
And Chewy is a deadlock in the playoffs right now. So not really much to discuss there.
Yeah, Chewy's already got, I think he's got to win out and Chris has to, no, Chewy has to lose out. Chris has to win out. That's the only reason why Chewy would not win the first seed. So then we'll go to James and Matt's.
Was that your lowest score of the season?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think I scored lower than like 90 the whole year. I think that one was just bad.
That was tough. I was looking at that thinking that like that's probably your lowest score you've had in a while.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Well, Chris McCaffrey got hurt. And then I honestly didn't even watch too much football over the weekend. But anyway, we'll go to James and Matt, which was a really big game for Matt. And it kind of looked like James had it in the bag the whole day.
Dude, me and Lubasi were talking about already like, wow, it's great. You know, we're both going to lose, but thank goodness Matt and Dom are both going to lose too. And then Monday night comes around and all of a sudden I didn't even know till Tuesday. I woke up and I texted the group and I was like, wait a minute, Matt won? Like, I fully went into the next day thinking James had won this game.
Yeah, Lamar, I think Mark Andrews did get a touchdown, but Lamar, I think, got less than 10. He threw like 4 picks. And Antonio Gibson, who I called the bust like 3 weeks ago, actually won him the game. I think he was down 30. Yeah, he was down 13. He needed about 13, 14. And Antonio Gibson, you can see, got him 20.1. I think he had like 5 or 6 catches this game. So he was really kind of getting catches, which really helped Matt score. But yeah, that was a big win for Matt. He is, I think, now first actually in your division. We'll go to standings here. But I think he is first in the division. So that was a huge win. Like you said, especially because Dom, you, Lubasi all lost. So he just like –
that was like the best case scenario for Matt. Like, wow. But we will get into those standings later about how that could quickly become not so great.
Yep, and then we'll go to another huge game of the week. It was Chris and Lubasi. This was tight the whole time.
Man. What a
Lubasi
game.
Lubasi was struggling a little bit on Thursday until that night game with the Bills, who Stephon Diggs scored and Josh Allen got a 26. So he was actually feeling pretty good.
Oh,
But the big trade acquisition, Elijah Mitchell, won this game for Chris. And who did he get Elijah Mitchell from?
you're welcome,
Ryan
guys.
O'Connor.
You're welcome.
So what do you think about this game?
Man, that's a tough loss for Lubasi. He was counting himself out before it was over, but he did end up losing. Yeah, this was really tough, man. This was kind of a must-win for Lubasi if he wanted to control his own destiny. It does not look like that's going to be the case now, as we'll get into when we get to those standings. But this certainly was good for me. It shakes up the playoff race basically, and I'm excited because I thought when I was losing that was going to be it for me. And thankfully, we had some other losses here like this one that is going to keep me in the running. So thank you, Chris. You're welcome. I won, Chris, this game for myself. Honestly, maybe some completely next level thinking that you guys just don't understand yet. But good win, Chris. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and with the win with Chris, he's actually 100% in the playoffs with that win. So congrats to Chris. Like I said, you are in the playoffs.
You're welcome.
Next game, we can go kind of talk about Jeff and Rudy. This is kind of the toilet bowl. Jeff got his second win of the year with the highest score of the year, or highest score probably of the year for him, and the highest score of the week for the league. Jeff's team did very well. His kicker got 21. It's hard when your kicker gets 21 points and loses. That'd be tough.
That would be tough. I think this is one of the first 20-plus point performances from a kicker almost all year. We might have had a couple here and there, but like 20 is hard to come by. So, yeah, you better get the dub. And, man, he got it in dominating fashion here.
And I think Graham Gano got like a 20 ball in week 2, and that's why Lubasi picked him up. I think that's Lubasi's kicker. So he was on the waivers, though, when he did that. But,
yeah,
we'll go to Jimmy in your game. This was actually – I don't want to say a close game, but the scoreboard doesn't really. But I think it was a close game. I was looking at this game probably the most, and you had a shot, but you just couldn't pull through.
I had a shot. Justin Herbert had a pretty shaky day. I had my second – we can't see it here, but my RB2 put up 2.4 points. My tight end got hurt in the first quarter. He put up like 1.4. I mean, it's just honestly a really tough week for me. The injuries have really hurt my team. I can't even drop over 100 right now. So I'm really hoping that Kamara comes back soon. I really need him. And hopefully Michael Pittman will show up. It seems like I traded for him as soon as he was falling off the steep cliff. And I traded away a running back, which I immediately needed the following week because all of my running backs got hurt. And, yeah, it's been a tough few weeks here for the Old Town Toads, but we're still in the hunt. And if I can get my guys back, then maybe we'll see if we can make something shake. But it's been tough. It's been a tough road.
Yeah, his defense put up a really good score. I think if you see a defense or a kicker on this list, I think you should probably win. Like if that's the top 3, like because Chris got a 25 from his defense. That's really good. But yeah, Jimmy had probably his worst bye week too, and that sucks that you got the L with his worst bye weeks. But he did still put up a respectable 101. So
my guys
now
just couldn't do it.
Yeah, now we'll go to Dom and Johnny, this was a must win for Johnny. He pulled it out by 15. I guess here's a kicker that Dom had 13 and lost. So I guess that just
This was a must win for everybody right now that is on the bubble of the playoff race. Love this game. This was a huge fucking win by Johnny right here. We needed that.
Yeah, everybody except Dom needed it. I guess I really didn't need it. I didn't really care. But, yeah, Johnny had to win. Like I said, I think Johnny has to win out. I think there's a real slim chance, if you read my write-up, that if he loses next week, he still has a chance, but it's very slim. But this one was a must-win, and that was a good win. Adam Thielen, 20. Josh Jacobs, 18. And then I think he's getting Kyler Murray back too, so this week against the Bears. So I think that Johnny's team is good if everybody's healthy. So it'll be fun to see if he sneaks in there.
I hope he doesn't do that unless he becomes the 3 seed to my 2 seed. Then I would welcome him into the playoffs. But this was a huge win. We'll see. Well, we probably won't look at the schedule, but if me and Dom both win this week, we'll be coming into the last week of the season playing each other for that 2 seed. So
unless Matt wins.
What's up?
Unless Matt wins too, then he would have to lose.
Yeah, but he plays
Johnny.
Somebody. Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, Matt plays Jimmy this week, and then he plays Johnny the next week.
Yeah.
So Jimmy has to take care of business for you guys.
Oh, but if I win out, I get it over Matt.
Right.
Yeah.
But if he beats Jimmy and beats Johnny, then you don't get it. Because he's a game ahead of you, as we see right now.
Yeah. So if I went out, I don't get it automatically. You said that I did the other day.
Well, you would get the 4th seed automatically.
Oh, I see.
So Matt would
get the division. I got you.
Yeah, and then because you'd beat Dom, and then you have the best division record out of anybody except Chewy and Chris, I guess. But yeah, you have the best division record. When it comes to those guys.
But me and Matt will be tied.
Correct. But if he wins out, he would be 1 game ahead of you anyway.
Right.
But he plays 2 divisional opponents, so if he loses 1, then your division record is better than his.
Yeah, my last one's a division opponent with Dom.
Yeah, which is a must-win for you.
Yeah, so if you want to talk a little bit about your playoff breakdown with the teams and the standings here, we kind of just talked about a few of the teams, but yeah, I think we have 5 teams kind of in the running to end up, really anywhere.
Yeah, and then so the write-up actually used these percentage points. I see that some of them changed. I think Lubasi had a percentage of like 41 when I wrote it up. I think those change each day, maybe just based off your lineup. I really don't know how that works. But anyway, yeah, so there's 5 teams vying for 2 spots, and one of them has to come to Jimmy's division or out of Jimmy's division. I did say that Lubasi, like everyone controls their own destiny except Johnny. But actually Lubasi doesn't control his own destiny because even if he wins the 2 games he has, he still could not get in if Matt wins out and you win out. So if Matt wins out and Ryan wins out and Lubasi wins out, which is possible, Lubasi would be 5th seed and Matt would be 2nd seed and you will be 4th seed. So he doesn't control his own destiny, but the fact that the percentages of that happening is very slim, but it is possible. But yeah, Johnny has to win out, but he needs some help from the write-up that I told or that I said all that. And then the most interesting aspect of this is if Matt and Dom lose and then Ryan, Lubasi, and Johnny all win, like there'd be so much that could happen in that last week. I actually really want that to happen because oh my God, that would make it so fun.
That would be so fucking insane.
Everyone would be tied, and then you got Dom versus Ryan in the last week and Matt versus Johnny. And I honestly think Lubasi would have no shot in that. I think he would need Dom to win, and then whoever he beat, Matt versus Johnny. I don't know who he beat, but I think he beat one of those guys. But I don't know. It would be really hard for Lubasi to get in that situation, I think, because he'd have to win 2. But that would be so fun. That would be 5 guys, 4 of them play each other. Oh, I would love that. That would be so fun to watch.
Man, yeah, I would really love to see that happen. This is a must-win week for me. I mean, there's a very slim chance that if I lose, I still sneak in 4 seed, but I would need like a million things to happen, I think. But all I care about is me winning this week. And if all those other guys that you just said win and our 2 at the top lose, that would be just the icing on the cake to see us all tied going into the final week. And then that showdown with Dom week 14 is probably the biggest game maybe of my fantasy football career.
Yeah. Yeah. So here, this is week 13 and the first two games.
So Dom or Lubasi has to win this week.
Oh yeah, that's true. So they all can't win. So I think if that's why I said Lubasi has to beat Dom. Dom has to lose and Matt has to lose. So here's the 3 games.
Oh yeah.
Here's the 3 games. I guess Chris and Johnny. So there's 4 games. But yeah, so you got Ryan versus James, who's James projected to win by 12. And that's Kamaro playing. I don't know if he's playing or not, but that's a big game, especially now that you are the underdog. You got Lubasi and Dom, which is a huge game. And I honestly think there's so many things that can happen, but when I was doing my write-up, if Lubasi loses this game, I think he's eliminated from playoffs. I don't think there's a way that Lubasi can lose this game and still make the playoffs. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, but there are so many things that I try to do and play with for Lubasi to make it if he loses to Dom, but I could not find a way.
And we all need him to beat Dom, so please don't fucking lose.
Yeah, and then you got Matt and Jimmy. Jimmy, a lot of eyes on Jimmy because Jimmy needs a win for you guys. Matt needs to kind of take the L here. So a lot of people are Jimmy fans this week.
And Jimmy's going to be fighting to get out of that bottom tier brackets too here, because he could get himself to 4-8, which we've got a couple other 4-8 teams too. So
yeah, that's true. Because there's 5 people vying for 4 spots in the bottom bracket. Big win for Jimmy. Everyone wants him to win that's vying for playoffs. And then everyone wants Chris to win too, because if Chris beats Johnny, like I said, Johnny still has a shot, but a lot of stuff would need to happen for him if he loses to Chris. So a lot of people want Johnny to be knocked out and just out of the playoffs picture, so there's more room for them. So yeah, this is a big week. I'm really excited. I know I'm not in it. I'm playing Rudy. So I probably won't look at my score. I probably won't look at it twice. I'll just be really focusing on these games. I think the biggest matchup is Matt versus Jimmy. I think that's going to be the closest, as you can see on these projections, 109 to 107.
I think that or Lubasi and Dom is another just enormous game, because both of those guys have a lot on the line, and the other guys in the playoff have a lot on the line with those 2 games. Like, holy shit, dude. This weekend's going to be fucking nuts, too.
It's going to be a great weekend to watch just the fantasy football aspect of it, because I don't even remember last year if we had this close of a race with so many teams. It's just really cool to see and really fun to see.
It's nerve-wracking, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember last year being this close. So here's week 14. This is, I know, 2 weeks away, but just to quickly go over, you got me and Chris, which don't really matter. Chewy and James, that really don't matter. So Lubasi and Jeff, that's a little rivalry we have in our group chat. If Lubasi wins Dom, I think this is the best opponent to have on the last day of the year. Easy win, I would say. Jimmy and Rudy don't really care about that game. And then here's the games that really matter. You got Dom versus Ryan and Matt versus Johnny. The schedule just lined up so perfectly.
Oh my God, dude. This week is going to be even more intense, or next week's going to be even more intense than this week. Oh my God. This is just what a freaking mess.
And you know why I think that we have so many, a tighter race this year than last? It's because this year I actually made our schedule this year because I made sure we played our division people twice. I know you're one person in your division, you don't play twice, but on formal, the format for ESPN schedule is you only actually play your division once, and then you play out of division twice. So I switched that. I made our own schedule this year. I really think that's the reason why we have such close matchups right now.
Dude, I love it. I mean, coming into the end here, this is just fucking crazy right now.
That's a great. Here, we can just quickly, I know we probably want to wrap this up, but here's points for Lubasi and James. 2 people who could maybe not make the playoffs are the top 2 teams. And even with my 60 that I just got, I'm still 5th best in the league. So that's kind of crazy. It's kind of maddening to me. But nonetheless, craziness on the top of the points for, because a lot of those guys might not make the playoffs. You got points against, which actually Chewy now is beating Ryan. I think Ryan held this title for most of the year, and now Chewy has a title.
Team
you
defense.
can see all those guys vying for a playoff spot. So you got Chewy, of course, then Ryan, then Matt, then Dom, then Johnny. So
That's all of us.
that's where you want to be right there. That's the spot you want to be. Then you got division, which I said Ryan's got the best division so far with people who matter. Jeff has not won a division game yet.
That's tough. That's tough.
Crazy. He's only won 2 games, so I guess.
Hey, his team's heating up right at the perfect time though to not get his pits waxed.
Yeah. So then you got Chewy with 5-game win streak. I think Rudy. Well, yeah, Rudy's on an 8-game losing streak. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was looking for. So he has just fallen off the cliff. And then just kind of fun, the moves. Jimmy has the most moves while Johnny has the least moves. So that is the league so far in a nutshell. It's been a great year, and it's just going to get better these next 2 weeks. I really cannot wait.
Yeah, man, the playoff bubble is about to fucking burst, boys. And somebody's going to fall, and some people are going to shoot to the top. I'm nervous as hell. Like I think about this at the most random times throughout just like my work day or any part of the day. And I just get like this immediate rush of like nervousness, and like just thinking about not making the playoffs just makes me want to throw up. Especially like now that like I have so many injury problems, and it's like now I can't even put my best foot forward at this. Like I really need some help here. So I'm super nervous, but super excited at the same time. Good luck to all the guys in the playoff race, and we will wrap this thing up and catch you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.